What is going on, everyone? It's Jay here. I hope you guys are having a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year's, of course, before that even comes. But I wanted to start this year off, or at least this coming year off, right with what exactly I am expecting in 2017. You know, what I am hoping for and what I am excited for. Of course, this is going to be mostly probably about Kingdom Hearts 2.8 because that is the game that we're going to be getting early 2017. In January, we're going to be able to play Kingdom Hearts 2.8 as well as, of course, 0.2, which is what I'm most excited for. But not only that, in 2017, we're also going to be getting 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix for the for the PS4, and it's going to be a completely new remaster. Well, it's going to be a remaster, but it's going to just have everything all in one disc. I don't know if there's going to be any new content, but it's definitely going to be fun, and it's going to allow at least PlayStation players to be able to experience the full Kingdom Hearts story without needing to go to separate consoles and stuff like that, because that was definitely the biggest issue of all the Kingdom Hearts games. Everyone thought that all the games that were on different consoles other than PS2 was, not canon. They were just like filler games and they weren't important to the story at all, so they didn't play it. Also, another reason was simply because, not everyone can get all the consoles to be able to play every single game. And that upset a lot of people. They fixed that up with the PS3 remaster for 1.5 and 2.5, and now they're just making it a little bit better for next generation players so that all 6 games are going to be on one disc on next generation console. If you guys don't know already, it's also going to be in 60 FPS, so that's definitely what I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to playing 1.5 and 2.5 in 60 FPS. The textures are going to be higher as well, a little bit better than before, but the 60 FPS is what I'm really excited for, which means the game is literally just going to be extremely smooth and just so fun to play. And of course, what I'm really excited for is 0.2. 2.8 is going to be coming out, Final Chapter Prologue. We're going to be able to play that game in January, at the end of January, a little bit earlier for Japanese players, and I might buy that Japanese game, but I'm still thinking about that. Anyways, what I'm most excited for that game, of course, is Dream Drop Distance. That's going to be really, really fun to play in 60 FPS. I really, really loved that game when it came out on the 3DS. When it came out on the 3DS, it was the very next, finally, I'm going to say, it was finally at that point the next entry to the Kingdom Hearts story altogether, because, 1 and 2 came out, and then before any other game that actually had the story progressing, nothing was coming out. Birth by Sleep was in the past, Chain of Memories was in between 1 and 2, Recoded was not fake, but basically everything in that game didn't exactly happen. So if anything, that is the only game that I would say is a filler game, something that didn't really matter, because all that game really did was just foreshadow stuff that was going to come in Birth by Sleep. That's basically it. But we had Recoded, and then we also had 358 by 2 Days. That was a really, really fun game, but that had almost nothing to do, but that had stuff to do with Kingdom Hearts 2. So no games had anything that had to do with the story progressing. Dream Drop Distance was the first game to actually finally progress after Kingdom Hearts 2, and it was really fun. It was a really great entry, and it was actually a really big game. And the way that they introduced flow motion into that game was really fun. They allowed the maps to be bigger, therefore you can traverse through that world seamlessly with flow motion. They're going to be adding that into Kingdom Hearts 3. Nomura even says that that's what they're going to start off with, flow motion. I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what Kingdom Hearts 3 will start off with, is what he says. Next, we're going to be having Back Cover. So that's going to be a movie that is about, of course, the foretellers, their side of the story, and how the Keyblade War came to be. This story is going to be very, very interesting. We've already seen a few scenes that have us very confused. We see, that red box, if you guys have already seen, we have a red box there that says Key Super. At least that's what everyone has been able to see, and that's what it looks like. I've saw it myself. I stopped the frames. I edited the picture to be extremely high quality so I can actually read that thing, and I'm pretty sure it says Key Super. So, we don't know exactly what that will mean, what kind of impact that has on the story. It looks like that he is in the Keyblade Graveyard though, so that might have some sort of correlation with Birth by Sleep as well as Kingdom Hearts 3 when the last Keyblade War will commence. Then, after that, we have 0.2, of course. That is the game that I am mostly looking forward to. I'm going to be playing that game heavily. We already saw that someone had several hours on the game and they're only level 57. I think the max that we saw on someone's game of 0.2 when they had like a screenshot or something was like 27 hours. I literally just passed 100 hours on Final Fantasy 15 and that game is huge. 0.2 is not going to be any different. I'm going to spend as much time on that game as possible because that game is going to be so fun. But what I'm looking forward to in that game is, of course, story progression. I really want to see, what's going on in that game. Nomura has already stated that there were characters that were shown in the final trailer that, basically he just says look forward to seeing what happens with that. And, the characters that were inside there were young Riku right after the events of Kingdom Hearts 1. We saw Mickey with his shirt off, shirt coming off rather, dissolving off. We saw Terranort grabbing Terra, and then we also saw Xehanort from afar. He seems to be looking at the Keyblade Graveyard from afar, and Kingdom Hearts is activated. So that, like I said, that's so confusing. Why is he there, or at least from afar, looking at Kingdom Hearts when he should be at that post? It's very interesting. We'll find out exactly what that means, of course. Even Nomura said it. But in general, 0.2 is going to have so much story. He even says that 0.2 is actually going to be the starting point for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's where Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to start, at the end of 2.8, which of course is going to be 0.2 because that's the actual next entry to the Kingdom Hearts story. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to start there. And I just believe that there's going to be a lot of new story lore into that game. So many scenes and so many new, features in that game. We're going to be able to play with a lot of magic. That's going to be really fun. Aqua has some type of flow motion. That's going to be fun. I don't know how much further flow motion is going to go in that game. We see her being able to flow motion on Blizzard, on the Blizzaga spell. So I don't know if she's actually going to be able to jump off walls. It's tough to say because we've only been able to see what happens in the first stage of the Realm of Darkness when she is trying to enter the Castle of Dreams. If I have that wrong, I apologize. We only see that part. And we do see that after each clock that she gets, she does get a new ability that will help her out in the future of the game. But of course, we are not sure if she's going to gain any more abilities throughout the game. I feel like that's obvious. She probably will. We even see her getting some customization. That's probably not going to happen until like a little bit after, of course, because it wasn't even in that first section that everyone was able to see. But I think that as far as flow motion, I think that might be at least a high chance that is going to be entered into the game, and Aqua will be able to use it, and we'll be able to get a good feel of how it's going to feel in Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, this is going to be a game that is still, in a sense, a demo of Kingdom Hearts 3. This is the first next generation Kingdom Hearts that they're going to be releasing to us in 2017, and we're going to be able to play it. And from that game, they're going to be getting data from, developers and just error crashes and, basic reviews and stuff like that. And they will improve Kingdom Hearts 3's overall look and feel and how we are going to enjoy the game. The reason why they're, of course, taking up so much time with that game is because they want to make sure that on the new next generation console, or at least the next engine, Unreal Engine 4, that the game will still feel just like how Kingdom Hearts always used to feel, even though it looks completely different and it'll feel completely different. But other than that, I'm really excited for everything that's going to be coming in 2017. Of course, in 2017, once 2.8 is dropped and everyone has played it, probably after 1.5 and 2.5 as well, that's when all the Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff is going to be coming at us. So at E3, Jump Festa, Tokyo Game Show, there's probably going to be some sort of gameplay or news of some sort at each one that is going to have Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff. Nomura has already said that after 2.8 is released, that's when we're going to get Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff. And I'm in the process of making a video of when exactly Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be released, and I think it's going to be 2018. So of course 2017 is going to be the full year where we're going to get a bunch of Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff. At the end of the year, or probably the middle of the year, that's when we're going to get a release date, and then that's when we will be able to foresee exactly what's going to be coming for us in Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I have no doubt that we're going to get a lot of gameplay stuff, but since it's getting so close to a release, hopefully in 2018, or at least since, 2.8 is out, and there is no other game that they're going to be working on other than Kingdom Hearts 3, they're definitely going to be adding story elements into trailers, which is something that we haven't seen yet in any Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. Except for the part where it has, young Ericus and young Xehanort talking, but I don't want to say that that is a story elemented trailer, only because that is apparently just the first scene that comes up in Kingdom Hearts 3, the introduction between light and darkness, young Xehanort and young Ericus, but there was no real story development in that trailer. So I am really excited to see some sort of, we're going to see a lot of different faces. We're going to see a lot of different Disney characters all in the Unreal Engine 4. We might get, of course, some quotes from people that kind of just foreshadow what's going to be going on in Kingdom Hearts 3. And of course, we're going to be getting a lot of new gameplay. We might be seeing a lot of new worlds, a lot more than we've already seen, because we've only seen a few worlds. The most recent that we've been confirmed about is that Big Hero 6 will be in Kingdom Hearts 3. And that's been way long ago. And ever since then, that was just concept art. So just imagine in the next trailer, we're going to be getting a lot of story elements, and then we're also going to be getting a lot of new gameplay from Big Hero 6. We're going to be getting gameplay from Frozen. We're going to be getting gameplay from Cars, from Star Wars, from Marvel. I'm just kidding about those last three. I hope none of those come through. But I just want to say that I am really excited for 2017. It's going to be finally one of the biggest years for Kingdom Hearts. 2 games are coming out, and then we're going to be getting a lot of information for the game that we've all been waiting for years now, Kingdom Hearts 3, and then in 2018, Kingdom Hearts 3 will release. That marks the end of this discussion. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like rating, subscribe if you're not already. Also, be sure to watch some other videos on my channel. I do have one where I'm talking about 2.8, how it's going to directly link to Kingdom Hearts 3, as well as another video where I do an in-depth analysis to the final trailer for Kingdom Hearts 2.8. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Not even memories are safe from the darkness.